Let's talk markets now. And how about the smell of money? Any idea what we're talking about on that? Some of you will know the smell of money, depending upon where you grew up or where you live today. More on that in a moment. How about the corn market? And we start with corn higher across the board. We're up a penny on that front month May at 442 and December at 472 3/4. It's a half penny higher. Now, soybeans trying to continue this 3-day winning streak, but we have an uphill battle right now, especially on the old crop, as July is down 5 3/4, 11.85 and new crop November. Penny and a quarter lower, 11.56 And how about over to soy meal contracts? We're higher here. And then we have bean oil, and we're mixed. Ben Hushon is with the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. And we'll just start with the smell of money. Are you right in the middle of the smell of money?
Good morning, Tony. Yes, I am. In fact, I'll warn you, you may lose sound a little bit. Just trying to show some of the many things that farmers are trying to do all at once in our community. In fact, I hear them coming. There's folks still spreading chicken manure. Most of the dairy manure has been hauled by now. And honestly, it's this long stretch of dry weather that we've had. Remember, we were really delayed in the month of March. We've really only had about 8 days that folks could be out in the field doing work. So now they're trying to catch up. Again, we've talked about it a couple times, spreading manure. There's wheat being top dressed, the second application. Again, our community typically goes across their wheat twice as far as splitting the nitrogen. And then the other thing that's happening in this community is the soil temperature. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago that we were still too cold, but the current forecast, like Tony, if you remember last week at this time, I had a coat on and I was zipped up tight. Not so much this week. This morning, as soon as you got out of bed, it was 50 degrees, heading towards the upper 70s, and that's the forecast the rest of this week. I sent in some videos actually of my neighbor, Mark, doing some planting yesterday, planting green into some cover crop. And he told me it was as perfect as he can remember planting into. The soil was just crumbling in furrow, just able to really pack that corn in. So again, you got folks that the soil temperature, not necessarily the calendar, the soil temperature is telling them it's time to plant. But folks that still have manure to get spread, there's piles of chicken manure still scattered around, and lots of decisions every night when farmers go to bed. Which of the many things they want to do are they going to tackle tomorrow? No rain called for here till probably Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, good points there. Nothing like the smell of money. Ben, thanks for hopping in and helping us out here. Ben Hushon is with the mill. Let's go to the wheat market real quick and what's happening in Chicago. We're up 14 on the old crop in July, up 12 3/4 at 593.5. How about hard red? Hard red is up 16.5 on the July, 621.5. We have Minneapolis spring wheat contracts are moving higher right now. And then over to the cotton market. Can cotton close higher for the third straight session? Well, we did hit 77 on the D's. We trade 76.79 right now, down 10. And the March, after hitting 78, trades 77.63. It's down 4. All right, quick break. Back with more markets. This is Market Day Report.